you have in front of you are the ingredients to make a carrot soup with a little Middle Eastern flavor to it. And then at the end we're going to puree it with the immersion tool, and that's everything. And a cup of delicious fresh chicken stock in the back, heating up. And if you don't want chicken, if you're a vegan, you make this and use water. Now we'll put all the ingredients in, everything, and sweat this up a little bit. Always have onions, even though it's carrot soup, and celery, the garlic, the cumin, the allspice, and the bay leaf powder. The bay leaf powder you can find in those shops that only sell spices and dry spices. And we don't want to lose this. Everything is in there. Now we're just going to stir it up a little. So we're sweating this. You're not browning it. You're just going to cook it until everything looks like it's cooking a little bit. So this will take about a good 5 minutes. If you want to quicken it up a little bit, just put a lid over this. Well, we're going to do that later anyway. This has been sweating up for about 6 minutes with the lid on, and now I'm going to add, and it smells good, the spices that are in there. Has a nice aroma. Even this in itself, you just cook this and add it to some piece of chicken, steak, or anything as a side dish. Just as it is, just cook it all the way. Anyway, let's add the nice fresh chicken broth. Now there's nothing left to do. As soon as this boils, which it should be any second because the chicken stock or soup was boiling. So there we have a boil, and now we're going to simmer it because we don't need to reduce this. And as soon as everything in there is tender, and you could check that very easily, then we'll go to the final step. Now check, well, it's about 20 minutes. Check and see how tender the carrots are. That's ready. And the celery, that's fine. So now we take the immersion tool. These are a very handy item to have. And just don't press it straight down, just angle it a little so it pulls everything up and through the blade. Now this should give it body, but if you want it a little bit heavier, which I prefer, but I'm not going to do it today, just sprinkle a little Wonder in there, and watch how it just thickens up just a little bit. Now this is fairly healthy. You want to go the other route, just add a half a cup of heavy cream to this, and a few pats of butter. Now if you don't have this immersion tool, you can use a blender, but I would cool it off a little bit first. I don't know if blenders like hot liquids. It's probably okay. And this is really done. That didn't take too long, and it's relatively simple. And all the ingredients, of course, are on the video itself. Now you could serve this, well, first off, I seasoned it with sea salt and pepper, and I use white pepper. Why? Even though I favor black pepper, because I don't want to see the black spots of the pepper in the soup. And when you serve this, you could put a little dollop of creme fraiche or sour cream right in the middle. That wouldn't hurt it. Anyway, nice consistency. There's no reason to thicken it up. Add the heavy cream for a richer, and a little butter for a richer tasting soup. There you have it. A puree of carrot soup.